Welcome back to a snowy Manchester. Time now to catch up with some New Hampshire voters we met a while back to see which way they're leaning heading into tomorrow's voting.
There's a lot of issues we care about.
3 weeks ago, we talked with Mike Boucher, who owns an auto repair shop in Manchester with his 4 brothers. He's following the election closely, but was split between Donald Trump and Marco Rubio. Now?
I really don't know. After watching the debates and talking to people, I've talked to people, I've watched a lot of things. I'm more confused now than I was than the last time we talked.
Mike, we're running out of time.
I know. When I get there, I'm definitely going to vote, and I think I'm going to decide at the last minute. I mean, it's maybe the last thing. I think we talked about this the last time. Something could sway me one way or another.
So did the debate impact you?
Yeah, I think it did. In a way, there was people that said things or did things that, you know, I wasn't happy with. So,
like you didn't like the Rubio thing?
Yeah, well, I didn't like that he's more motorized, that everything's planned, and you know, I'd rather have people just talk off the cuff and actually mean what they're saying. I'm leaning more towards the governors as things go on because I'm looking for someone that at least has done this in the past and has run something and made a budget and do that. But there's a lot of them out there, so I'm not sure who exactly. And Trump's still in my background, but he said and done things, few things he has said that I'm not happy with.
If it was right now, though, and you were forced.
I know you're going to ask me this question. I can't give you that answer. I truly can't give you that answer. I wish I could.
Keeping us safe is on everybody's minds.
Remember Donna Moren, a social studies teacher, wife, and mother of 3? Well, 3 weeks ago, she was undecided, but liked Christie and Kasich. So, last time we talked, you were kind of checking things out still.
I was. Very undecided.
Have you made a decision?
I have made a decision for the primary.
Really?
I even staged this for you. You ready?
Ah.
Okay, ready? Go Jeb!
Really?
Yes, I'm for Jeb. Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Jeb in the primary.
So you were really undecided before. What happened?
Welcome to New Hampshire, Governor.
I visited as many as I could, went to as many town halls, and I just found that it was between Jeb Bush and Christie, and I felt that he was just, I guess, the most steady-handed, so to speak. And I know people are like, oh, he's a Bush, but I don't see that as a downside. I see it as almost a plus, that he knows how to get things done. He's moderate. He doesn't seem to have these, like, grandiose stands. He seems to just treat people with a lot of respect.
When did you finally decide?
I saw Bush last Monday. I was researching him a little bit online, and I'm like, oh, he might be someone to see. So I went to see him, and when I left, I'm like, I like him.
I don't want to leave them with such a huge debt in their life and have less opportunity than what we have right now.
When we talked with Georgette Paltalk, stay-at-home mother of 2, she said the national debt was a big concern, as was national security. Then she was deciding between Chris Christie and Ted Cruz. 3 weeks later, it's official.
Chris Christie. I really like his stance on taking a hard stance on security issues, and he seems to be the only one that I've heard so far to really lay out a really strong plan of what he would do to overcome that.
On the federal level, I would say national security.
When we talked 3 weeks ago to Henry Vayu, a lobbyist who works in the state capital of Concord, he was leaning toward Marco Rubio. Now?
I'm 100% Rubio now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What firms you up?
I think the way he's campaigned here in New Hampshire, he's really connected with the voters, I think. That's why I think his numbers are doing so well. He did well in Iowa, and his numbers in New Hampshire are looking pretty good. So I want to get behind someone who's got a real shot at winning and who I agree with, and Marco's that person right now.
Did you watch the debate?
I did. You know, he's going to be under attack because he's gaining momentum. So I think how he responds over the next couple of weeks is going to be important. I think he's going to bounce back.
So for the people who say, hey, listen, this falls right into the attacks, that he's, inexperienced and, says the lines, Christie really got him, what do you say?
To be an effective president, you have to get the people behind you to get your agenda through Congress. and I think he has an ability to get people behind him. We don't want to send someone in the president's office that is just going to do the same old, and I think he's got an ability to get people behind him and get his agenda passed.
Donald J. Trump! But according to the polls heading into Tuesday, Donald Trump is still running the table here. And at his rallies, there seem to be few undecideds.
I think he's really shaking up the political environment. He's not a true politician. He's really a public servant. We hear politicians all the time coming into New Hampshire, and he's different. He's unique, and he's going to get stuff done.
Fellas, our thanks to those voters.